What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of CUBREACTS as we continue to explore the latest new musical flavor. I am very, very excited to be doing this one today because I've been sent over an exclusive link to this one a few hours before it lands, and we are going to get set this one so it actually releases as the track lands itself, which I'm very, very excited for. This one, a wicked new single, Adamz alongside Crae and Zitah, and this is the official remix of Link Up. Now, the original of Link Up is a tune that I used to play on radio on a regular basis. I'm a massive fan of what Crae does. First time properly reacting to Zitah. Again, Adamz for me is one of the most underrated in the UK right now, so I'm very excited to see how this one sounds. As a remix, I know Crae is very much more along the sort of rap direction, so it should be really cool to see how all three of these do actually come together on this tune. As always, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page. Of course, turning notifications on as well, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all that good stuff. Without further ado, let's jump into it. Let's go.
I want to link up with you, my girl. I want to link up with you, oh yeah. I want to link up with you, my baby.
I'm already loving the overdubs.
Money I for spend, you have it. I don't want to cause you to panic.
So we had an interview with Crae on the channel, and she has such an electrifying personality about her. She's just got like something very different about the way she kind of sees the world. Check out the interview we did with her on the channel. But immediately the energy, the swagger, the approach to this one, even down to the outfit, man. It's just turning up on the tune and being like, yeah, I know who I am. I know I'm good at what I do. And it's really, really cool to see. When I know Adamz and Crae know each other, but this isn't a link up I necessarily saw coming. But when you actually hear it, a link up, that's the name of the tune, isn't it? But when you actually hear that transition, super, super smooth.
Still, can you manage? Don't you know I'm savage? Tick, tick, thighs in my bedroom, eyes and my hips don't lie. You hypnotize and surfing now, I'm on a wave in the floating in the deep, you scared and I think I lost count. Couple niggas on the line who be bringing me down. If you wanna be my baby and I give you a chance, better appreciate and bring me. Oh, I'm done in your dance. See, I'm nasty but classy. Can you hit it from the
honestly, man, the way she raps is so, so cold. She's got this natural kind of confidence that oozes out of the way that she enunciates, the way that she moves around an instrumental. Even she's literally throwing a whip around in the video, man. Like, you can't do that if you're not a confident person. But again, she's absolutely killing it. I love the sort of breathy approach she brings as well. A lot of the stuff that I've heard from her already is a lot more, as I said, in that more sort of drill rap kind of sphere, and she does a similar kind of thing in the way that she actually performs. Very breathy, very kind of nasal to an extent in the way that she does it, but it really, really works over this instrumental, which I didn't actually see coming. Again, great to see this link up come together, man.
Watch a jigger when you dagger, dagger, da. Need the real, only dealing with the facts. I need a king cause a queen never lack.
I want to link up with you, my girl. I want to link up with you, oh yeah. I want to link up with you, my baby. I want to link up with you, my girl.
Adamz is so cold. What?
I want to link up with you, my.
You can't hear his vocal presence. Like, he's got a similar thing to Benson going on, where it's such a unique, like, instantaneously recognizable vocal presence, which is obviously amplified by sort of different recording techniques and the way that he layers his vocals together. I love how he sounds on tunes. And again, I've been playing Adamz tunes on radio since 2019, realistically, like a long, long time ago. We were playing Adamz tunes, and again, he's come down to the show a couple of times. He sent me over a few exclusives. I've absolutely loved watching his progression as an artist, and again, he's absolutely killing it. I know he did the Momo warm-up show quite recently, as did Crae actually. So yeah, really, really cool to see just how palpable his approach is, even on a tune which is a little bit older, and even after all the growth, just how good that hook is. Gotta say as well, I think Adamz probably has the hardest freestyle on this channel. I used to run a series on radio called The Tricky 32. Basically, I'd invite people down, they'd come down and literally do a live 32 bar. on the show, and all of them were awesome. We had some wicked rappers getting involved. We had Nelson Navarro, a crazy Brighton talent. I think he lives in London now. I'm not too sure. He's in between, but still Brightonian talent as far as I'm concerned. On top of that, we had people like Seaslin, who was the first ever guy to get signed to SBTV. Some real Brighton legends actually involved in that as a series. So it's really, really cool to see when you actually compare Great Adamz one in there. Absolutely nuts. Go and watch that on the channel. Literally just search Great Adamz Tricky 32. Incredible freestyle.
Only wanna see your face in the morning, yeah. I'm the only one you see, I feel it when you hold me, yeah. Oh, baby, you move me. The way you got me, I'm foolish, feels just like a movie.
Those overdubs are different, man. That's different gravy.
That's right. We know, they know. Where you go, baby, I go.
Me, I be give you loving, no. Tell me if you want some more.
That call and respond is already sounding good. The back and forth between these two is sick. Again, the video is super, super clean as well. I remember Adamz messaged me about the fact this was happening literally about 6 months ago, and I'm so happy it's finally here. But again, Zitah absolutely killing it. Again, almost bringing like sort of 2003, 2004 American R&B vibes, like Amory and shit like that. That sort of approach with those sort of really explosive sort of harmonic textures going on. She's absolutely slaying this. I've loved the fact you've had so many different sort of vocal approaches on this tune so far. It's great.
I know. We set the shots, you don't know.
Tell me she ain't for me, baby. Tell me she ain't for me, girl. I want to link up with you, my girl. I want to link up with you, oh yeah. I want to link up with you, my baby. I want to link up with you, my girl.
Oh man, I love the fact they've advanced the chorus as it's gone on as well, actually bringing those Zitah vocals in over the top. That sounds so cool to me. Something I absolutely love, especially on remixes, is when you've got numerous different people getting involved in the tune, bringing their vocals into the chorus to make it even more choral. I think that's such a cool thing to be able to do. Again, Great Adamz knows what he's doing on the compositional side. I know he's very kind of fluent in the actual sort of production side of things. I know he does a lot of his recording himself. So to actually see how that vocal's then been laid over the top, I've got to say I need to check out more Zitah, man. Especially, I don't really know the sort of genres and sounds she normally works in, but over this kind of thing, she sounds exceptional.
Oh yeah, I want to link up with you, my baby.
The way that he does those little overdubs, man, there's something so instantaneously infectious about the way he puts those into the tune. That little yeah, like you're automatically pulled in. The same way if you're listening to a garage tune and you had those vocals chopped over the top. It's so refreshing to hear, man. Absolutely wicked remix, this one. We'll let it run through to the end and give it our final breakdown. But again, big seal of approval. And again, shouts out to Great Adamz for sending me this one over. This is actually going to drop the second the video drops, so make sure you go and watch the actual video as well. I'll leave a link to it in the description, of course, but make sure you do go and check the official video out.
If she from London town and you know the get back, then you know the get back. If she from Birmingham, then you know the get back. Yeah, you know the get back. If she from Northampton, then you know the get back.
I love that.
And you know the get back. If she from Manchester, and you know the get back. And you know the get back.
That video is very cold. Again, I love this shot of all three of them where they're all just like having a good time. Like, I love that. I love how that looks. Again, really cool video. Wicked visual addition to what is a very good original. And obviously wicked remix. Start off with obviously Great Adamz vocal. There's not too much different from that from the original, but there doesn't need to be. It has that catchy factor. Just utilize it and bring some additional bits in. Crae absolutely killed it. I like the idea of Crae going first because she is so naturally kind of confident, and you can feel that energy when as soon as she steps on camera. As I said, everything down from her vocal performance to just the way that she is in the video to the outfit to everything. I think she just brings something completely different to the table, especially over a tune like this, which is more typical. Typically, you'd hear kind of harmonies and melodies, and she just comes in going, nah, I'm doing this my way. I love that, and I think it is such a unique thing to be able to bring. That you then move into Zitah, who brings a more sort of typically, I don't want to say typical actually, but a more sort of classical R&B sort of flavor. Obviously, utilizing those wicked harmonized areas in there as well. I think this is sensational, man, and I don't think this will get as many views as it deserves, if I'm entirely honest. I know Great Adamz does quite well view-wise, but I think this may get slept on, so go over to the actual video and run the numbers up. Again, I'm a massive fan of Great Adamz. He sent me over this one, so this is technically an exclusive, which I'm very excited to be able to do. But yeah, fantastic stuff. As always, friends, hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you have, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on as well, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And we shall see you all next time. Have a fantastic rest of your Saturday, and peace.
Sounding so good right now, but they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CUBREACTS TV. Stay locked.